Malaysia juga menghadapi cabaran yang agak getir. Kadar pengangguran di Malaysia adalah di paras 3.9%.
So, isu yang tak settle-settle di Malaysia lagi adalah pengangguran.
Pengangguran meningkat kepada 5.0% pada bulan April 2020.
Mustahil ke kalau kita nak lahirkan usahawan sebenar melalui pendidikan tinggi?
Kalau kita tengok artikel tentang situasi di Malaysia, ada 200,000 graduan yang tak ada kerja.
Disebabkan teknologi yang berubah, perubahan ekonomi, perubahan pemikiran generasi baru, education yang dulu tu mungkin tidak lagi bersesuaian.
Dan mengikut anjuran Jabatan Perangkaan Malaysia pada 14 Mei 2020, kadar pengangguran dijangka akan meningkat.
A marriage, perkahwinan antara traditional learning and kemahiran. Welcome to the revolution.
Morning, everyone. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Well, today we're going to continue with our conversation about how to pitch your presentation, how to pitch your ideas. Hey, Zati, good morning to you. Yeah, so the thing is, when we are talking about pitching it, right, the first day we talk about, number one, we need to understand who we are pitching to. That means whether they are a dominant person, influencer, or a steady person or a compliance. Our styles will be different. Yesterday, we talked about the game or the thing that you have to do before going in for your pitch. That means it's a decision to know that you are going to either close the deal or are you going to just try? Because as I was saying to you guys yesterday, try is just an excuse of failure. And I always say that the 80% of the battle is won before you go into the meeting room or the presentation place. Because ultimately, when you're standing there, if you are worried and then you've been thinking that you are just going to do whatever you can do, and without that particular confidence, that particular feeling or the emotion will not actually come true. All right, so that is one thing that it's a mental game. It's what we call by the power of focus. If you give you, for example, if I have a chance to ever meet you, any of you face to face, real life, I will share with you one particular item, which is how you move your arm and how your arms can be stronger or weaker is basically just using the power of your mind. If you channel your energy somewhere, it will definitely happen. So the idea is be able to going in, whenever you go in for a presentation, always remember you are there to assist, you are there to give value. So therefore, basically, you need to know the confidence is within you. Because the first thing is this. when you're talking about the structure of presentation, what is the main structure? Number one, first question, people buy product or the people buy you? Most of the time, people buy you first before they would actually look at the product. Now, when you're pitching your presentation right now, again, how do you structure it? What I mean by structure, there's a ratio in your mind that you always need to have before you go in to talk to people about your product or your services. Now, what is the ratio? See, a lot of people there's the one error that people always make is that they always like to talk about the product. For example, I've got a marker here, right? So I just picked up a marker from a table, and they will tell you, okay, let me sell this marker. How do you pitch this marker to anyone else? They basically go that, oh, the marker is black, the marker is permanent ink, the marker is very useful, it's very comfortable for you, etc. And they go on rambling about the product. I'm going to tell you for a fact that if you're rambling on like that, chances are you won't even close the deal, unless the person really desperately needs a marker. Like you're like, Adrian, what's this? I thought if I'm going to sell a product, hey, hi Sophie, morning. Yeah, you're selling the product, but let's put it this way. Majority of the time, or 30 to 35% of the time in every single presentation, you need to tell people why they should buy from you. Because let's put it this way. To be frank and honest, every single product in the market, let's say it's just markers, they are somewhat similar. The only difference is the marketing. Am I right to say that? It's how they position the product. A simple product can be positioned in a different way, and people would actually buy it. So if I'm going to position or how I'm going to market this product or this marker is that when the person come in and I know the person is interested in markers, because if not, the person won't see you, I will tell you, what is the biggest problem with all other markers? I will tell them, most markers in the market may not give you the results that you want. Why? The size is wrong. In order for you to be able to influence, you need to have a marker that has the nib that is a certain size, a certain feel. Now, you need to be more attractive. You make it different. So if you focus 35% of the time onto the whys, automatically the person will have the tendency or the urge to buy from you. Let's say if you're buying, let's say a market, let's give you something different. What about a house? See, a lot of people out there, when they are selling houses, they always tell me the size of the house, what's the material of the house made of, what's the color of the house, how many rooms are there. Let's face it, those are facts. It does not engage the emotions. In order for you to be able to present, you need to engage the emotions, and that is the why. If I'm going to go in to sell a house, right? You feeling good today, someone? I'm feeling good, right? Yeah. So if you're going to sell a person a house, it's very simple. You don't tell them a house being a house. You have to sell them a house being a home or an investment. So you need to know whether the person is buying it based on investment or is it for him to stay. Let's say if the person is staying, then the next question I will ask is the person married? Did the person have kids? Why? Because ultimately I will start telling my stories about the home. Let's say I'm going to sell a house to, like my family, for example, I've got 2 kids. I will tell the customer about the garden, how the kids are going to play there, how much fun they can have. They can have water games, they can have etc. in the landed property. So it engages my emotions as opposed to telling me the technical data. Remember one thing, my friends, people buy based on emotion. People never buy based on facts. Now, you are going to ask me now, what do you mean by that? How many times when you go buy a car, for example, or you go and buy something else, you actually decide to buy first and then you justify yourself? Let's ask the ladies in the room. All right? Let's ask the ladies in the room, like Farah. Hey, Farah, when you buy a blouse, for example, or you buy a bag, a handbag, do you already want the handbag, and then only inside your head, yeah, this handbag is affordable, it looks nice on me, it's good for my Raya, now it's a fasting month coming up. I mean, we are already a fasting month, happy fasting, my friends. Raya's coming. When I visit when I visit my relatives, I can hold it, it's very functional, etc. But the thing here is this: the emotions have taken place already. The first time when they see it, they already want to buy. So remember, my friends, always engage the emotions first. After engaging the emotions, then only comes the facts. So 35% of the time is based on the whys. The whys will give you the reasons to buy. Then only what is it? Of course, 5% of time is just the what. So it's 5%. What is it? It's a pen, it's a marker, it's a house. It's factual, right? 35% is the whys. And then what you have to do is the remaining of the time, it's about talking about 40% of the time you talk about how does this product match your needs, your whys, and it bridges the gap. And you need to then focus on the what if they don't buy. All right, because most of the time that's when they call by the urgency of sale. That's why people always buy during sales period. They always buy because they always have a deadline. Imagine this: promosi, harga promosi, but it doesn't have a deadline there. Do you think people are gonna buy? Answer is no. There's no urgency of sale unless a person can create something to make them want to buy now. It's like a house. You're gonna say, hey, you may want to decide fast enough, because then if not, there's another customer who wants to give me a check. That's an urgency of sale. There's only one product in this world, right? So all these little tips and techniques that we need to always bear in mind, right? If you don't have this 35%, 5%, 40%, and the next 20%, what if you don't buy now? What if you don't have it? Other people will have different needs. For example, the dominant people, as I repeat from 2 days ago, dominant people likes to be the first in the market. Influencer like to be recognized by their friends. Wow, you already bought this. You're really stylo Milo. You are of a different class. The steadies, what do they want to hear? They want to have, if I buy from you, is steady. I mean, they will have safety and security. Whereas the compliance, hey guys, you have to buy now and you have a good deal. All right, so all these factors are very relevant. Tomorrow, what I'm going to come in and to share with you how to do subtle closing techniques. That means how do you embed your command within your conversation with people during a presentation to then program the person's brain to say yes to you. Because ultimately, let's put it this way, people that they only have a very small window to meet the clients. And what you have to do is always close. But you cannot ever ask a person, do you want to buy? Because that doesn't work. Okay, the idea is how do you embed that command inside the person's head. So that's what we're going to cover tomorrow. How do you get to go for a close without the person knowing you're trying to close that deal? All right, till tomorrow. Thank you very much and see you around. Bye.
Malaysia juga menghadapi cabaran yang agak getir. Kadar pengangguran di Malaysia adalah di paras 3.9%.
So, isu yang tak settle-settle di Malaysia lagi adalah pengangguran.
Pengangguran meningkat kepada 5.0% pada bulan April 2020.
Mustahil ke kalau kita nak lahirkan usahawan sebenar melalui pendidikan tinggi?
Kalau kita tengok artikel tentang situasi di Malaysia, ada 200,000 graduan yang tak ada kerja.
Disebabkan teknologi yang berubah, perubahan ekonomi, perubahan pemikiran generasi baru, education yang dulu tu mungkin tidak lagi bersesuaian.
Dan mengikut anjuran Jabatan Perangkaan Malaysia pada 14 Mei 2020, kadar pengangguran dijangka akan meningkat.
a marriage perkawinan antara traditional learning and kemahiran. Welcome to the revolution.